Just had to sort out my coffee. Hi everybody, how are we all? Monster Week, which is the Ginny D Pointy Hat Tengen Topper Gurnla project. And this year they're doing Fae, so they've done Krakens, they've done Dragons, they are doing Fae. I've never been a huge Fae fan, if you will. It's a very underserved category. Now, let's do this full screen. Like, there's not many Fae creatures to begin with, but I noticed three major gaps. The big one, there's no giant Fae. Okay, so this is a cartoon by, and I'm going to struggle real hard with this. The username on Tumblr is bbdbapbdboop. And to read the speech bubble behind my head, yeah, we better keep moving, it's not safe. They're so tiny, though. How dangerous can they be? The little ones are harmless, they're just babies. Babies? What are the adults like? And just look at that. Just goddamn look at that. Why is this nowhere to be found in D&D? There's not... So I went back 2 editions. There was, I think, one other huge Fae that I found, the Ocean Strider, which is basically a giant humanoid killer whale that somebody did actually do for the Feywild companion that Splinterverse did. That is in my rucksack downstairs and not on the shelf behind me like I hoped it would be. Like, there's no overlapping between D&D categories. If something is undead and Fae, it is one or the other, it is not both. But a Banshee is definitely both. What are hags? They feel more fiendy and spritey. So this is the thing, hags are, like, they are Fae, but they've also got some major lore tie-ins to Hades and, like, the nether planes of existence in the Great Wheel cosmology. So, yeah, like, they've dabbled in things like the blood war between the demons and the devils. They made, I think they made some of the Yugoloths. They should definitely be fiends. Centaurs are monstrosities, but they used to be Fae. Unicorns are celestials that used to be Fae. Fomorians were Fae for 4th edition. They are giants. They are definitely giants, but they were Fae for the 4th edition. And there's no desert Fae that I could find. They're all like forest and flower creatures and sort of protectors of plants and hidden glades. Check this out. Volume up a scooch. When the wind blows through certain desert dunes, or when people step, or when the sands are disturbed in a certain way, the way the sand interacts creates that humming sound. And isn't that just gorgeous and kind of terrifying? It's got that sort of melodious but threatening vibe to it. It's stunning to behold, but terrifying to get involved in. And is that not the essence of what the Fae ought to be? Why has there never been a Fae to summarise that sort of vibe? So let's get into it, shall we? Who wants to make some stuff? I'll show you guys the stuff that I made as well. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that now real quick. Fae Elementals, I've given some sort of advice on how to do air, earth, and fire, and an actual example of a water elemental that's basically like a kelpie without the wet horse. Collapsia is a delusion that things are more beautiful than they are. It's seeing beauty in places where it just doesn't exist. So I created a giant aberrant worm that sits in the Feywild and makes you think that your surroundings are more beautiful than they are. And third and final one, the Timberjack Termite. It is a gigantic termite that hunts and kills treants and awakened trees because, you know, what else is it supposed to do? It's food. It's good food. And I love the idea that they live in these great spire cities, termite mounds that reach beyond the peaks of mountains, and they're surrounded by just fey wasteland. So let's make some stuff, shall we? The Fae are usually teeny tiny, right? There's not enough of this in the world. Or the other one, and I'm going to Google this in another screen just in case. Tooth fairies are a smaller and friendlier subspecies of the larger and much more hostile bone fairy. Nell Folkard, who did the original artwork for this, honestly, I think did the concept a disservice by not going with concepts A or B. If that's not a towering, hideous monstrosity, like 3 times the size of the average human, wandering around, like, grabbing great fistfuls of living creatures and just extracting the bones. Not eating them, just pulling the bones out. Yeah, be careful how you Google the phrase bone fairy. A Fey construct. Let's do it. Let's make a Fey construct. Immediately I'm thinking it should be something made out of plants, but that feels a little on the nose. Maybe something totemic, like a creature made of carved stone. Beehive Warforged. Ooh. Oh, there is something for this. Hang on a minute, I'm going to bring it up. Baba Yaga, but instead of a house on legs, it's just a beehive or a nest or a beaver dam. Oh, see, now you throw beaver dam at me. See, now this is cool. I like this. But now I like the idea of a beaver dam construct. Sort out the village's water supply. 3-day hike. Oh, it's just a harmless beaver dam. Dark Souls Mistgate locks behind you. Is this like a darker Fae? If it doesn't get appeased, it stands up and floods the nearby village and kills the inhabitants. Yes! Oh, yes! Just like it opens combat by flattening everyone in front of it. Hell yeah. What's it called? What are we calling this thing? Living Lodge? Don't like the alliteration in that, but it'll do? Is the dam sentient or operated by the beavers? Ooh, good question. Little column A, little column B, I think. It's made out of magical wood to begin with, and it adopts the need to protect the beaver family, but then the beaver family become dependent on it and learn to control it and command it, and they know what's best for themselves. 3! I've already done an aberrant Fae, but we can definitely do more. Some sort of cordyceps, yeah? Maybe something like an insectile parasite. What else could be parasitic? Oh! Thinking about that, hey, there is an entire parasitic species that we often neglect. We always think about things like viruses and bacteria and mushrooms and insects as being parasites. Birds can be parasites. It follows, or that snail that can kill you and never tire style. Yes, but again, it's the bird. It's the bird. It's a following cuckoo. Flightless bird with a grudge. Yes. It's just an emu. Or just a really angry dodo. Yes. A cuckoo that follows you slowly, driving you mad with an endless bird call, never sleeping till you eventually go insane. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Long-term exposure leaves victims without memory or sanity. I hate it so much and I love it. I'm going to deal another card. A Fey Dragon. Matt Colville beat us to it. Mostly we've got malevolent stuff. We could go beneficent. We could go pleasant. You know who else beat us to it? Goddamn Dungeons and Dragons. They have a fairy dragon. It's called a fairy dragon. Why is it not a Fey dragon? Creature type. Yeah, I like the idea that if you follow the singing, you can find an oasis. The hum, but it calms and empowers, boosting the mood and allowing all those who hear it to focus on their work. Dear God, I could do with one of those. We'll sing for them, letting produce once-in-a-lifetime artifacts of incredible quality. Yes. I was sent to another world and set up my workshop near an oasis so the lo-fi dragon girl could sing for me. My new isekai light novel, coming soon to bookshelves near you. I kind of just like that idea. Just like a dragon that wanders from like oasis to oasis in fairy deserts. And it sings. And, you know, it's just passively casting enhance ability on creatures around it. Fiend! We talked about this a little bit earlier on. Hags are a kind of fey fiend because they do have strong ties to the lower planes in a lot of lore. Wandering merchant whose body is made up of hooks, coat racks, and fish hooks, which they hang all sorts of trinkets and articles of clothing. Ooh! Jangling merchant. The items are a mixture of cursed and magical, beneficial but at a cost. So we're talking about the living embodiment of the meme. Yes, I understand how shops work. I like the idea that it can't speak, so all haggling is done through crude sign language, and as a last resort, by writing on a slate tablet with a metal fingertip with a screeching noise. J-Craft, that's definitely getting added. Elemental. A long time ago, on this channel, some of you may recall, some of you may not, some of you are forbidden, we made humours for most, if not all, different kinds of D&D creature category. So, for humans, it was sanguine, melancholic, phlegmatic, choleric. For the elementals, you had humours of sediment, phlogiston, vapour, and tempest. For the fae, capricious, enigmatic, ardent, and magnificent. So capricious, fickle, dispassionate, unpredictable. Enigmatic, mysterious, hard to read, hard to observe. Ardent, passionate, enthusiastic, emphatic. Magnificent, incredible to behold, beautiful and fascinating, and awesome. Aurora Fae? I'm not against an Aurora Fae. Actually, that's kind of nice. That could be a magnificent Fae as well. Yep, I think that's what we're making. I think that is what we are making. This needs a better name than just an Aurora. This needs a name, you know. Aurora Fae is fine, but I feel like we need something more than that. Aurora... Screw it, an Aurora Elemental. It's got a nice rhythm and flow to it. Aurora Elemental. Creatures that behold an Aurora Elemental... Light Veil's good. Light Veil is good. Damn it. Largely aloof and obsessed with its own beauty, it can be approached and asked for its wisdom. It's ancient and sees all, but it's also extremely dangerous, shedding radiation when it's not... See, I was thinking it should be radioactive. Loves vast expanses of calm water, such as lakes, which it treats as a mirror. Yes! Oh! Despite tales of the negative, something about the story makes people want to go and experience it. Several mortals have been lost on quests to behold it. Yes, absolutely. There has to be a human fairy tale of a king who constructed a vast garden lake just to attract one. 100% there does. And the hunters, many of whom waded to their own doom in the lake and drowned in the stupor, eventually kidnapped his daughter. Yes. Queen. Plant monster.
The plant monster.
No.
The plant monster.
Okay, this is the laziest combo. This is your ground rock type Pokemon. Like the Feywild roster, while there are no giant Fey as such, like the idea is you're supposed to like pad out that niche with big plants, right? And I don't like that. Like, one of the Fey creatures that I absolutely adore is this guy. This was made by Piotr Jablonski for Dishonored 2 and Death of the Outsider. You can't tell me that that is a small creature. You can't tell me that that is anything less than a giant. but how mournful, how sorrowful he is. This is a king who has been forgotten, a king with nothing left but the crown that is bound to his own head. Wings grown limp and useless, nothing but a stick as a weapon, no robes, no grandeur, no glory, and his only servants are the moths that are hovering around him. That is a huge fae. That is a giant fae. And there's not enough of that. There's simply not enough of it. But I'm doing a fae plant right now. A tiny blue whale and a huge pot of petunias. Oh my god, actually, a sapient flower that complains all the time sounds really good. Complaining willow, part of a larger family of emotional trees.
It's just a tree that yells at the ducks.
Some young kid swung from me. The nerve! What? Are you painting me? Are you seriously sitting by the river and painting me? You didn't even ask. You didn't ask for permission. I drew a 4. Fey Beast. We're going for another lazy one. I kind of want to keep it as quick and easy as the Complaining Willow. Can anybody think of an animal that doesn't see enough love as a monster? Hippo is literally a D&D monster that is coincidentally real. Delport, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Done. Anywho, I'll edit this on Sunday, get it up onto YouTube, clip out some of the unnecessary stuff, put links to all of this stuff and the other stuff that I've made in the link underneath. I have run into a personal stumbling block, a very personal stumbling block. I have tried repeatedly to try and get some stuff done for YouTube, and I can't capture the style of who I am. I kind of find myself erasing myself for the sake of a script. Oh yeah, we never made the giant snail. Save it for another day.